Yes. Yeah, I can. Can you hear me? All right. Awesome.
Good evening, everyone. Please join me in the pledge of flag. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you, Mr. for joining us here, and Mr. Ballard, our folks, and welcoming us to the program. Now I have this for the announcements of our presentation.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Each year when we go from building to building, we always have some type of presentation by students. And this year, with all things being different, we have kind of gone away from the norm to get ourselves together. But luckily, at Ballard, we have some programs going on, and we are able to share some of the student work with you tonight. We do have two presentations, again, because all things are different. We want to be able to share not only with the Board of Education, but with all of you in the audience, but also anyone that is online that is watching at the stream from home. We want to make sure that you know all the extra programs that are going in place in South Glens Falls. Tonight, our first presentation is called BRAKE, B-R-A-K-E. And Mr. Hammond, the assistant principal from the middle school, is going to discuss what this flexible space at the middle school is now used for in terms of mindfulness, reflection, and a place for students to take a break, breathe, reflect, acknowledge emotions. So I will turn it over to Mr. Hammond to share with all of you this evening what great things are happening at the middle school.
No, yep. Thank you, Ms. Orr. So like she just said, BRAKE is an acronym that we use that stands for breathe, reflect, and acknowledge emotions. What we were able to do is we took a space that was vacated in the Barrett program that used to rent space from us, and we were able to turn a room into a place where students can come learn about social emotional learning, learn about themselves, and more importantly, grow. So the whole mission behind this is we wanted to give students a place where they could learn techniques for emotional regulation, learn techniques where they could figure out, what is stressing them, what's causing anxiety, but then more importantly, learn about how they're able to react to setbacks and use different techniques in order to overcome those things. And so with the whole idea behind the breathe, reflect, and acknowledge emotions, what we were able to do is go through, and we're in the process of bringing every student into school in person through this space. So we're up to right now about 375 students who have been able to come through. We put together a rotation where we're taking them out of their team time to the study hall to be able to come in and practice some of these things. So we have a presentation I'm taking them through, which is the one I'm showing right now, which is kind of building wide way that we're bringing them through and teaching them about the social emotional learning, and more importantly, teaching them about the space that we're creating for themselves. So the major idea behind this is we want students to understand that we're giving them this area where they can grow. The whole purpose behind it is to give them an opportunity to unlock some of the skills that they have inside themselves in order to become something that they want to be. So in this case, with everything we have going on in the world, with the anxiety, the stress, and kind of just the not knowing, it gives them an opportunity to come in and learn more about kind of what makes them them, but also we're giving them little mini sessions and little skill sessions where they can actually learn techniques that they can use at home, they can use in class. We have families already using these things. So a couple of quick ones that we went through. First of all, we're teaching students ideas about mindfulness, some breathing techniques, some meditative techniques, things like that. So every student that's come through, and they actually done this with many teachers, aides, myself, conduct coordinators, we're taking them through different breathing activities. We're only actually having them do 4 breaths, but the 4 breaths, they can actually feel the physical difference. And so we have them focus their breathing, close their eyes, take the 4 deep breaths. At the end of this, when they open it up, I talked to them briefly about the neurological changes in the brain that are going on. So we talked to them about how the body is actually able to calm down because the brain is working in conjunction with the body, and the body is working in conjunction with the brain. And it gives the students an opportunity to understand that they have the techniques in order to regulate their own emotions. So if they're feeling stressed or anxious or anything like that, it gives them an opportunity to actually practice this on their own. Once we get them in a place where they feel a little more calm, we actually introduce them and remind them about a lot of circle activities that they have done in elementary school with open circle that we're actually incorporating into middle school for more restorative practices, culture building circles, things like that. So we take them and explain the rules to them, and then just ask them the one question, which is the one right here. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, how do you feel? Ask them to not give an explanation, just have them think about it. At the end, what they're able to recognize is that as they went through each one of these steps, they're breathing, they're reflecting on what got them to that point, they're acknowledging the emotions that they're experiencing. And then we talk about how they can change them if they're feeling, not so good. So if they get to a point where they're acknowledging why they're stressed, why they're anxious, we then give them the tools in order to overcome that stress and anxiety. So we talk to them more about breathing techniques, we talk to them about meditative practices, even things just like coloring mandalas in order to kind of reduce the stress. It also helps that we have 2 guiding eye dogs that are in there, Bart and Cash. So we have 2 black labs who are in there, the kids love working with the dogs. With building-wide themes, we're actually taking 2, where we did 1 right now, it'll run through probably about another week. And by the end of this, we'll have about 450 kids come through, actually in the physical space. We also created a virtual one that we'll show you in a second as well. But each one is themed, and this one is on collective resiliency. So we actually have questions that every student fills out, and I'll share some of the results here in a second, in order to kind of take a look at the focus that all of us together have the ability to overcome things if we work together. And some of the answers that we are getting from 11, 12, and 13-year-old students were absolutely amazing. And very, very heartwarming, and I'll share these with the board tomorrow as well. But the big experience here, we're trying to get them to understand that it's not me, it's us. And so with so much divisiveness that they might be seeing and feeling, we are going through and talking to them that our feelings aren't ourselves, that everybody else around us is experiencing a number of the same things, and was able to have them realize that we're all kind of in this together. At the end of this, they join a Google Classroom, and we can use that as another way to get out some of these different ideas to students. And they had 5 questions that they had to answer about collective resiliency. So I took their answers and created a word cloud for it, and if you look, the one that sticks out obviously the most is right here. So the number 1 word used from all the students was hope. And it was pretty powerful to look at what some of these students were saying. One of the questions was, when this pandemic is over, looking at what we can learn as humans, what's the most important thing we should take from this. And there was a group of 6th graders, probably about 50 that came through, and the number 1 answer from them was that all of us together can overcome anything if we work on it. So these were 11 and 12-year-old students who were teaching us a lot about what we need. And it was really powerful to hear them say that we're stronger together than we are apart. So it was a really powerful message coming from students. So from this point, we took it a step further, and we actually started theming each day. So we actually have 2 20-minute mini lessons that we run in each block. So there's one in the beginning of block 1 and the end of block 1, and each one has a different theme by day. So for example, the week of the 2nd, we have them follow a 15-minute guided meditation video with the agents in the room, and then they talk about the feelings, the experiences, the emotions, things like that. Anything down to this one right here, which is one of my favorites, which is the power of gratitude and the actual neural changes that take place when we're thankful and when we express our gratitude to one another. And at the end of this, they actually write letters thanking somebody in their life, or they, in some cases, send an email out and make a phone call, something like that. And the video here is really powerful, and I'll show this to you folks as well. But this is one that discusses gratitude experience. So they talk about, what happens when we actually are thankful for what we have. and the students absolutely love this. All of this has been volunteer basis, and we've been getting probably about 8 to 12 students in each session. So right now, we've already brought through probably about 150 or so students on a volunteer basis to participate in one of these activities. So it's been a really powerful thing for students, and they're actually starting to tell us what they want in that space. And all of this is adding to the continued work on social comprehension and trying to give students, the skills that they need in their academic. One of the biggest things that we took from this is when we ask students what they need from us, one of the most powerful things that I got from that is they said, not a lot, because everybody's doing an amazing job. And again, for the students to be able to tell the staff and the faculty, and you folks as well, that we're all doing a great job, that we're trying, and they recognize that, was pretty awesome. Because again, they're realizing that everything might not be perfect, but we're trying very hard to give them the best experience we can. I think that's a testament to it. And I mentioned the virtual break room. We also created one for students who might be at home, or for students to use when they're not in person. And we have this link to our page, and I'll share this with you as well. But a lot of the practices that we're using in the room, guided meditation, stretching, yoga, visual relaxation, things like that, are available for students when they're not in that space. And so they're able to access those students' Google Classroom as well. So when we bring them in, we give them the introduction, and then we give them links to this page. So that way when they're home, they can also use these things. I know from our virtual open house, there's a number of parents who actually said they love this page because it was linked to our counseling department as well. But it's another resource that students can use in order to learn from these practices to help regulate their emotions, if, and when we're not there. And also, it's a great talking point for families to be able to use with their own children or with themselves in order to learn from the things that we're offering to the students to be able to overcome some of their stresses. So all of this, I'll put in an email and I'll share it with you tomorrow so you guys can get a better look at it. And mess around with it. One of my favorites is a virtual ball wrap. You can sit there and click ball wrap and students all that. Some cool coloring pages, but I really think what you're thinking. And also, also offer up for you to come in if you want to come and check the space out, ever changing, yoga mats and different stuff in these stops, and we're actually getting some artwork done by our teachers. So, big things I'm moving here, ever changing. And so, thank you very much for your support.
Thank you, Mike. That's very exciting. Does anyone have any questions or comments on that? Thank you.
Obviously, it's a good addition. I think it's always important for us to continue to allow people children to learn what their emotions are about, and knowing how they're feeling. Is the first step to being able to deal with it. And it's great. Thank you.
Let me try again. Okay. Wow. While most was up, we did have the news that Christine Dawson shared with us, with Shelley Beck and Christine and the conversations that we had last year. And they received an honorable mention for the story that was written. That's from our middle school. So congratulations and congratulations middle school for that recognition and story. Thanks. I'm still in your mind now, still. Okay? I like it. We're good team. So we have another presentation with people here from Ballard, and I will let Mr. Cuckrow and Ms. Hudson, the STEM teacher, do all of the introductions. In all honesty, I already know about this presentation because I got to see it through the lens not only of the superintendent walking through the halls, but also as a mom of one of the people here. I got to see it on that end and how the excitement of school is truly still here, even during these unprecedented times. And so I'm always appreciative on that side as well. So I hope everyone enjoys it and hears about it as much as I did from home. So take it away, Mr. Huckrow.
Great.
Thank you all for being here and giving us this opportunity. We actually introduced this a little bit last year when Ballard hosted the Board of Education, and we were reviewing the district's three themes: safety, 21st century learning, and mental health. And the book, 7 Habits of Happy Kids by Sean Covey, was one of those components of our action toward the mental health aspect, along with a few other initiatives, Open Circle being a major district initiative. So just as we had this all planned out, it was wonderful, and it was supposed to launch in March. So I'm not sure the sequence of events. It was earthquake, 2 tornadoes, Friday the 13th. I'm not sure what happened to really cause us to have to press pause on this initiative, but something got in the way, and we had lost track in the spring. And so with our best team, that stands for, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this to work. That stands for Ballard Enhancement Supervisory Team. When our best team got together at the beginning of the school year, we weren't sure what the school year was going to look like, and we did not want to take any time doing something that was going to be positive, empowering our students and building community together. And so we needed to get this book off the shelf and into our families' hands, and so we went for it. And here we are, the 16th of November, loving being in school, enjoying our 7 Habits of Happy Kids book, and we just launched the reading, the family engagement of the 5th habit today. So we've got 7 habits for 7 weeks. You all have a folder with some of the correspondence that we've shared with our teachers and our families, as well as a copy of the book. Why did we choose this? Well, it was about personal growth. It was about empowerment. It was an opportunity for us to build community through a shared piece of reading. All of our classroom spaces, all of our spaces in general around the school have a copy of this book displayed. Our buses are on board in the passenger side windows of the bus is the character that associates with the trait or the habit being covered by the lead. And then all of our students in all of our homes have at least one copy of this. It also allows us to strengthen that home-school connection by asking our families to engage with us in the reading of the habits 1 week at a time. We shared with them a parent's corner that gives a bit of a different summary from the text of the book, and then some engaging questions to review, as a family. The leaves, that's right down here, those go home on a Monday. That we are engaging with a habit, and after the family is engaged with the habit, we ask that they write their family name on the leaf, cut out the leaf, and set it in. And so our 7 habits tree is in the back of the cafeteria, and is being populated by all those engagements. The work so far has just been really inspiring, and we're hoping that this is an empowerment piece to really create leaders. And that this is just the foundation of what will become a new leader in the student leadership initiative at Ballard. I shared some of these things. When we first launched this year, there was a YouTube introduction where I kind of set the stage for the community. The letter from the best team and calendar went out, and then week by week we've been introducing more components with different links to activities and coloring pages. So I hope that you enjoyed the copy of the 7 habits. It is for you, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to share a piece of where this initiative goes from this point moving forward. Now, for the real stars, our second part of the presentation, I'd like to bring on Mrs. Hudson and 4 of our friends to share with you some of the work that's being done with technology. Mrs. Hudson is our STEM teacher. We piloted the program last year, and this is spread across the district, and we're really excited about this. Annika, welcome back to Ballard. And guys, this is our student representative. Annika is a Ballard alum, so perhaps you will be a student representative someday too. Here you go, Mrs. Hudson. Thank you.
Welcome. So, one of the goals this year for us was to take over the 5th grade announcements. Or take over the announcements, the traditional announcements. Mr. Huffro usually did that, and I'd love to see the students on screen, and I really had a goal for them to use the green screen and learn how to manipulate an editing program, and we were introduced to eVideo this past year. So I actually asked 6 students if they would like to be not only the first people on the screen, but also to help teach other students how to use the program. So here I have McKenna Orr, Colin McGuire, Evan Irwin, Eden Hughes, and we had 2 students, Lexi Sarka and Joey Linder, that aren't able to be here today. The students have surpassed any expectations I could have ever imagined. We have fun little lunch lunches, and they're just creative, and we're just really enjoying our time there. That being said, I do focus on the INSTE standards as well as our technology standards here at school. And I have my notes here, and you can tell I'm a little shaky with my voice, so you can just imagine how they were going in front of the big screen in front of all of their peers, and they're just really doing an amazing job. So we have a short video here that kind of explains the ins and outs of how we started doing this and shows some clips of them doing the announcements.
Students are first invited to our Google Classroom announcements page, where they'll access the announcement template through classwork, and then they'll access different materials such as the lunch menu and the calendar with upcoming events and birthdays on it. Once they have filled out their template, they turn it in to me, and then I can print it out so that we can record. We set up the time to record, and they come down in front of the front screen so that we can record it, and then we upload it to eVideo. Here, students are able to manipulate their videos and different backgrounds so that it fits the different things that are going on their day of the week. So students can go to Stock Media and find different videos, images, even audio, as well as their own media where they can pull down videos of themselves, double click. They can get rid of the green so that it shows up with just the background. They can shorten their videos. They can make them longer. They can delete pieces they don't like. And then they have edited and created their very own morning announcements.
I was surprised that Mrs. Hudson picked me to do the morning announcements because I never thought I would do anything like that at school. What surprised me was how many times we messed up and how nervous some people got, including me on the camera. And also, I'm so glad that we were able to retake and try to start over again if we messed up. And there's a lot of bloopers. I like learning how to edit videos, like putting pictures in or changing my background and things like that. I learned how to be better at doing things because it can be stressful and sometimes you have to be in class, so it's good to get better at it. What I like about doing announcements now is that it's really fun to get to be part of the group and to make new friends, and it's really fun to
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today's lunch choices are A, mozzarella cheese stick with broccoli, fruit, and milk. Choice B, grab and go. Special events for today is National Candy Corn Day. I know you'll be getting lots of candy corn tomorrow, but try and talk to your parents into some candy corn since it is a holiday. Yum! It's also Black and Orange Day or Halloween Colors Day. We are excited to see everyone in these festive colors. Continue working on the second habit of happy kids. Begin with the end in mind and keep being proactive with the vampire's favorite day of the week. Thursday, our birthdays are Michaela, Helen, and fourth grade is turning 9. Happy birthday. The trait of the month is effort. Now I will take the dollar pledge. I will respect myself and others. I will show responsibility for my actions, and I will be realistic with the things I do.
We're still learning a lot, but as you can see, for it only being about a month in, there's exceeding any expectations I could have had. So I can't wait to see what it looks like as the year continues. And if you guys have any questions, they're more than willing to answer some. And now, I laugh when we record sometimes and we're on like take 7, because I'm like, it's okay if you make a little mistake because you're human and it's good for people to see you have mistakes. However, that being said, we have came up with a blooper reel, and we hope to have it for the end of the year, 5th grade graduation, because why not, right? It's funny. Does anyone have any questions for our 5th graders? Great job. I'm so impressed with creating.
Thank you, I'm loud and clear for the record. I'm really impressed with what you've done. You're all so creative. I'm impressed with such a long team and you're really respond a lot. Great job.
For the presentation, you're also very excited on the screen here and what you're doing. We know what it looked like back in my day. Congratulations and presenting for us.
And I have one question for the students. Did you guys get to pick all of the backgrounds that went with what you did? And did you have like a whole choice of backgrounds, or did you have to go find those?
Yeah, we did get to choose most of them.
You did a great job. What a great job. And what a great idea. I would not have even thought of doing that. Great idea. Thank you.
So wonderful, thank you. Evan, you said yours was, what was your joke for Thursday? Thursday? What was it?
What is a vampire's favorite day?
What is a vampire's favorite day? I like that one. McKenna, what was your day? Right, but what did you always say? What kind of day? What do we eat at home that you can have a taco Tuesday? And so that's why it was a day. I don't know if anyone else has days out of you guys, but I like the creativity each one of them put in, like the candy corns in the background that somebody did, so they talk about it. Those are all awesome additions to it. So we thank you for being here. our 4 first students of the year able to present. Hopefully we'll see more students and other buildings go on and stay open.
And Miss Ori, if you guys could indulge me just a minute, I have a story. Guys, I'm so proud of you. That was fantastic. And thank you very much for sharing your kids with us. One of the very first announcements that came over, McKenna, you were featured, right? You were the anchor. And so all these guys were behind the scenes. But Evan's little brother was celebrating his birthday. And so McKenna put her mask on, and Evan came into the screen, and Evan wished his happy birthday to his brother Ryan. And then McKenna kind of said, "Not your moment," you know, and moved him out of the screen. And I laughed out loud. But what made it even better is when I came out of my office and told Mrs. Ballestero, McKenna Orr just made me laugh out loud. She was standing there, and she was just beaming. And it's just all these unintentional outcomes about building confidence and building relationships and building community, in addition to the incredible amount of skill these guys are learning under Mrs. Hudson's direction. It's just making this so worthwhile, and I can't wait to see where it goes this year. So thank you all. Thanks, guys.
So with being a school night, Mr. Albert, we could probably send some of them home if they don't want to stay for the whole meeting, correct? So we have,
Anyone that wishes to leave, please. It's the most entertaining part of this meeting. Thank you for being here for the students. Really appreciate it. We always love having a presentation for the students involved. Moving back onto our agenda, we have a committee report.
Yeah.
Thank you. And athletic committee, do you have an update?
no, I have to be both of that. So we did meet, this afternoon, in the library with our athletic committee. And, Matthew, our athletic director, did, most of the presenting and kind of give us an update on the fall sports that we just finished. And some of the recommendations that was had, during that fall season. And then he did plans for winter on that. I will be putting in all the my report for the board, his full summary with some of the kind of things that we talked about, and things that we're able to do. Mr. Reed, I want to go on the spot, but, if you want mine coming up, you might like that actually work. It says name, under your highlights, but under your highlights, there were a lot of other things that were getting done during this time. I don't know if you want to share a few of those with the board and the facility improvements.
Through our initial shutdown in March, we continued to work on trying to enhance our facilities. We finalized and replaced the whole panel on the sports table, so that it's logo on it. We were able to install ice cream cameras. We upgraded our puddle package. We had an athletic field that was priced below what we had paying for services, which has also been enhanced on our indoor coaches, so our volleyball, wrestling, basketball, and then the playing in the gym. We're going to get another camera where at record their practices, upload the weights of the software, break down film, test film studies. A lot of nasty weather towards the calendar of the fall, the spring, so we went out and purchased opportunities that are brand new logo that we can put out for football programs, our football games, sectional events, any concepts that we really want to highlight our facility, just to get everything a little bit more pop. We updated our indoor scoreboard, last time we met in February, and a lot of stuff started through. So we ended up getting new control panels for our scoreboards, enhance the lighting, and change all the lighting to LED lights, so it really pop the panel. for stuff, and there's a light bulb, and don't forget the light bulb.
Squirrel, somewhere squirrel. We're gonna use it someday. Cool, enough. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. I don't know if anyone else from the committee wants to add to that? Like I say, I'm told, someone will do that report.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we have a report from our student representative.
I'll bring it to you, how's that? Do that?
High school, teachers and high school staff are continuing to adjust to providing students with the best learning experience possible under current restrictions and guidance by the Department of Health. A student law exchange was launched by Mr. Moon at the end of October to get student feedback on what was working well and what could be improved, and in response to some concerns, the high school was able to reinstitute some highly structured after-school help time starting on November 9th. The high school hosted its virtual open house on October 29th. That was developed by Violet, Laura Kelly, and building leadership. The IT room only took a few time help with learning of beginning their night and general feedback from parents and staff was positive. On October 27th and 29th, two social distance meetings regarding SHMD were held for seniors only, who had the opportunity to attend with the cohort group or to join virtually as Mr. Sheldon, Mr. Mara, and Mr. Murray took in questions and gave some initial information regarding what looks like to potentially be very different SHMD experience in 2021. Mr. Sheldon was adamant that everyone wants some type of SHMD experience and is confident that we will be able to have fun even if it looks very different from years past. On November 6th, the Capital District Counseling Association hosted a virtual college caravan for aspiring juniors and seniors to be able to attend as they begin to consider the post-graduation outlook. Looking ahead, the 2020 induction for the National Honor Society will take place on November 19th. Mrs. Logan noted in her having several staff members, students, and parents provide social distance ceremonies to honor our previous achievements in becoming members of NCS. And on November 23rd, members of the Southwest College High Sport Edwards Mentors Center will visit high school before having their second meeting. Over in middle school, there has been a relatively quiet meeting since the last board meeting, even with Halloween and a full year of time at that time. The Halloween season for most groups were invited to their costumes to school to get into the spirit. Everyone enjoyed themselves, even though we were unable to celebrate the same event earlier this year. Histories were held during the first week of November, and everything went off the battle. Students from both sides of kids and sixth grade virtual students were scheduled for pictures during the time. Seventh and eighth grade virtual school students will have their photos taken later in January. Thank you, Mrs. Alvin, who worked tirelessly to organize and schedule everyone's welcome. This week is their week that will be running around. Today is Student Day, tomorrow we have Sports Day, Wednesday is Student Hair Day, Thursday is School College Day, and Friday is Student Hair Day. Thank you to Mrs. Frank and the Student Council for keeping us here. We are excited to announce that from bystanders to community, school-wide journey to literacy and social emotional learning, was the named an honorable mention article by the 2020 NCCE Linda Ortiz Voices from the Middle Award Committee. The award recognizes an outstanding publication in Voices from the Middle, written or co-written by classroom teachers or literacy voices. The award is a testament to the efforts of OWMS staff to not only teach students important social comprehension skills, but to do so with lessons fully embedded in content writing. Special thanks to Mrs. Boston and Mrs. Clinton for writing the article to tell our story. Mr. Newman's presentation on great news details an important transit from this topic. At Ballard launched its work with its 7 habits of legislation and they are thrilled to be here. Students and staff celebrated Black History Day on Friday, October 3rd. Open with different dinners and crafts, we still have a great time. Our student council up to one with representation from the in-person and virtual schools. The first initiative is to recognize, bring awareness, and celebrate World Climate Day, which was Friday, November 3rd. Tomorrow, we will celebrate the 50th State School. The actual 50th State School is Wednesday, but Wednesday is a virtual action, and it turns kindergarten into the U.S. history.
all day long, and had a really fun time. It was really years of spirit fires as a way to teach the students and adults but each day as a next Tuesday to Thursday, and have a few at Harrison, Oliveville, and at Monroe students celebrated holiday on Friday afternoon. While things were different than in the past, we still had a good time. Our HSA provided our students both virtual and in-person with something to change to different. Interest is special fun to help with this trend. Monroe is students starting this week with our first conference for the activity. We are making an IM law as the first cultural activity. This week, our student council is helping us help to drive content, the class is making the most items to the 2025.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate your report. It's just nice to see all the efforts going on in all the school buildings to give our students opportunities to celebrate Halloween and other activities to keep spirits up and keep the school year moving along nicely. Thank you, ladies. New first public forum,
We do. Neil Curry.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kelly. I have a daughter in so, first of all, I want to say the virtual house was fantastic. Really great engagement with the teachers. The teachers did a great job during their session. The concern I wanted to raise that was not the positive cases in the building on the floor before. It was the communication about it. It wasn't super clear to me what the decision regarding contact tracing was. Why that wasn't all true. Just wanted to better understand what the exposure might have been and how was that decision. Thank you.
That's mine.
I can answer that. Okay, I have these questions now. Really, contact tracing in school takes place based on recommendations by Central Department of Health. And the first question that they asked when a problem case happened was, when was the first time you had symptoms of COVID? And then from that date, they backtracked with the person that was positive 48 hours of when you had contact tracing. Because this particular person was not in the building since November 4th, and her symptoms were much later than that, the 48 hours did not affect the school district, and therefore they let us know that all training will be done outside of school instead of inside of school. So that's just in general, and I'll make sure that on our site we update that so people understand the exact reason as to why that is, but it's really based on how the Department of Health does their tracing and how we support it. I can leave it an easy question. I don't know why, it's 48 hours from the first symptom, and if obviously they have no symptoms, it's 48 hours from the test. It's 40 hours from the first symptom. So the person was, first symptomatic on Wednesday, they would start talking with that student or that teacher or that staff member or that community member or whoever about all things that happened Tuesday and Monday. And if it affects the school in any way, those are the people that we contact there.
Thank you, Nancy. Moving on, we'll get into the agenda minutes. For the evening, we have consent items A and B. Agenda for the evening and for our meeting minutes. Are there any comments or questions? For the evening, we have a motion. Motion from Kevin, second from Roger. All in favor? That's been approved unanimously. Under school business management, we have consent items C through J. Any comments, questions, or clarification?
Just a couple comments. Letter F, we need to change letter F that are on the calendar. However, in setting up the merger study dates to work between the two districts, a couple things need to change. So our December meeting will go from December 21st to December 14th, and our January meeting will go right after Martin Luther King Day, January 19th. So that way, anybody that wants to watch, the murder study, the board of education has the ability to do that at that time, for those changes, there. Our next meeting, and I'll talk a little bit more about the murder study later, but our next meeting is November 23rd, at our high school. I'd also like to point out in letter G that we, would like to thank Ms. Boston, for the kind deposit, donation that she gave. And people like that keep, the kind deposit going all the time.
Any further comments or questions? Maybe you have a motion. Motion from Lisa, second from John. All in favor? Unanimously. Under personnel, instructional personnel, we have consent items K through P. Any comments, questions, clarifications?
Just, one comment under letter O, you'll see that there's this section of long-term substitute teacher appointments. Because, virtual school is going to continue into the second trimester, because, obviously nothing changes, if anything, we need those, long-term subs to continue working for our teachers in order to keep the process going, there for that. We do it trimester by trimester, in the hopes that, there could be a time where they will allow people to do that in the full time. But if we have to, we will extend it one more time in the third trimester. So that way, it's just that on virtual school five and stay there at the stage.
Any further comments or questions? Consent items K through P. There being none, I have a motion. Motion from John, second from John. All in favor? I'm so sorry. And that's part of the non-instructional personnel. Consent items Q through Y.
Just a couple comments. Letter Q, so lead custodian supervisor. So as you know, a few years back, we had a lead maintenance supervisor and a lead custodian supervisor, to assist, at the time on forum, with him overseeing each department, to streamline processes. Mr. Potter, from the high school, has recently retired in August, and he held the lead custodian supervisor position. With us this evening is, Mr. Stephen Buck, who is now, our new director of, maintenance. And, he, met with Saul and highly recommended him, to take over the lead, custodian supervisor position, and he will be working with him through that. Letter R, Andy Rich, appointment instead on permanent appointment. Again, we're very thankful, that Andy, Rich took over from Mr. Potter when he left, and, he's been doing a great job, and so, so has, Mr. Song, so we, definitely recommend them both. On that. My last one in this, right, is letter Y. So this is kind of a stopgap conversation. Back a few months ago, we had moved maintenance mechanic 1 position at the board education level to a maintenance mechanic 2 position. Because we really feel like we need a maintenance mechanic 2, and we only have 1 on staff right now, so we wanted to make sure that we attended that. After changing the position and posting it, our applicant pool for that position was very low. And so we didn't hire someone, but this person quickly realized that they soon resigned, and they felt the position was a little bit more than what they could do at the time for that. Since then, we really have had no other that have been advocates of this. And so when Mr. Buck came in, you know, and looking at how much staff we have, we know we need hands on deck. And we know we can fill a position with maintenance mechanic 1 position. We really need to do that right now. Now in this position as well. So tonight we'll be changing it back. You know, with the idea that in that retirement, we still want to get that next mechanic 2 position there. But we'll work on it from there.
Being none, I have a motion, please. Second, John, all in favor? Any questions? There being none, may I have a motion for approval? Motion from Kevin, second from Dan, all in favor? And that's been approved unanimously. Under education items, we have consent item Z, the proposed policy. Is there any comments or questions?
So, yeah, I would like to make a comment. You can see that there's a number of policies on the list for today. And we've been spending the last few months going through this. This is the second read for our code of conduct. Our goal is to have that up for adoption at our next board of education meeting. The majority of those that are up for adoption have to do with our title grants and homeless and policies. Specifically, and many of you may have seen that I just sent an email out this afternoon about our 1900 policy, which addresses how we engage the community when we talk about using our title money to our ESSA grants. And they are fairly wordy, fairly full policies with a very narrow scope. As always with these policies, we take guidance from the New York State School Board Association, and they really do a nice job of giving us kind of a framework for the language of these policies. And I'm really appreciative of our policy committee members for going through, looking over, and doing a lot of heavy lifting with how the language fits into our community. Some of these policies are going to be sent along to the New York State Education Department. We are involved in fairly typical desk monitoring of our policies, our ESSA grant policies, and this is just part of the federal grant process where certain numbers of schools each year have to go through and check to make sure everything is moving ahead of the should. So once we adopt these, I will be sending those on to the State Education Department for them to be able to review and make sure it should.
Thank you, Ben. Is there any comments or questions? And I'd like to have a finished comment regarding the policy committee. Thank you for, as you said, the heavy lifting, going through these, presenting to the board. Being no comments or comments, may I have a motion? Motion from Dan, second from Christine. All in favor? And it's been approved unanimously. Tonight, into the world, I was able to attend the New York State School Board Association virtual convention on October 27th, 28th, and 29th. I particularly like it from the standpoint of the versatility. As one sat in a session, and he didn't like the session, because he first would move another one and come through the rooms that we've done in the past. The other thing I enjoyed about it was the opportunity to learn a lot of the presentation. Overall, I thought the presentations were good. I really did enjoy the ability to jump in and out of sessions. Really serving me. Can you give me comments now?
Well, I think obviously it was not the preferred format. I didn't really the camaraderie as well as the getting to know what other school districts are doing face to face. But they finished. This was great for the information. And the presenters were, doing their stuff. I sat through some real good stuff about how schools are going back to bullying in schools. Deal with some gender issues of stuff. I don't mind saying that I was very entertained by the trials they did the school board musical. It was quite cute. I was able to see the second half of it a few years ago when we were in New York City. They updated it for today's modern world because it was all a Zoom meeting. And as entertaining as it was also informational. So we had wonderful academic actors playing a part on a Zoom meeting. And they would do the most boneheaded things. And, I was a board member of that. And as soon as they did that, they would pause and say, now, for those people watching, this is what you should never do. So, anyhow, it was informational, entertaining.
one of the sessions I went to was a conversation with the state ed regents talking about financial issues we were facing today. And I bring that up because it's a nice meeting until the meeting we went to last week, John, Christine, and I regarding the Antelope School Board Association, speaking about the financial picture, if you will, for school districts currently and coming the spring. I guess, and ask Christine and John to make comments. The only thing I can say about that is more or less doom and gloom. So we do have people advocating on our behalf. That's Wishy-Cochies. We have a new advocate, Julie Marlette. I think she's a new professional advocate. Mr. Cook, Mr. Becker, he was also on the panel, along with Bob Lowry from the Council of Superintendents. So the picture didn't look good, and we had to be taking him else and being as creative as possible.
No, I think, that says it all. I think, we can forecast all we want, but really getting the data is one of the important part for us as we go into next year's session. We go right ahead into my teacher's stuff, okay? So my two updates, obviously I try to update our district on anything COVID related each time we're here. The good news is we're open, and I think that really continues to be because of the efforts that every single staff member and every single student in the building does. You can tell people want to be there, and so, we have people who are definitely doing the right things and supporting everything there for that. We continue to stress to our families that if you're sick at all, make sure your child stays home. We are assuming that all symptoms could be flu and or COVID related, and we have to make sure we stick to that. And so far, our families have been very great about that, but especially as we go into these cooler times of the year, we want to make sure that's happening there in that aspect. You heard from Neil asking a question on our last positive case, and we continue to work with the Fairfield County Department of Health every day on one thing or another for that. So the due diligence of the school, we know that students need to be in school, and that continues to be the goal. Some of us all, for those components, but we all have to make sure we continue to do everything we can to stay healthy and safe. My next one I try to update on is our merger study. We did meet in early November at Fort Edward to kind of review enrollments for the merger study. And as a reminder, these will all be live streamed in some capacity, and there is a possibility of question and answers if you are not in the room. We do have 26 people, 13 from each district, as part of the committee working on that. And our next one on November 23rd, we'll be taking the committee at 5:15 around the high school to do a very quick tour of some of the newest additions to the capital project. And then we will be meeting at 6 o'clock to talk about programming. And I think this is a really big one to have a conversation on early on, and I'm glad they do it that way. So we can really talk about students and academics as part of the driving force of any decision that we made in the future. And then after that, we do have two in December. We'll go back to Fort Edward, and then come back on the 21st year for that. So it's a busy time of the year for that. Right now, we are in person for all those things. We can pivot to virtual if we need to on that to keep the timeline going on there for that. So I'm appreciative to the committee, both for Edward and Southern Falls, and to really listening and asking the questions that they did, and I know the questions are going to be helpful in the future. Thanks.
Yeah, so what I'm going to talk about is our STAR assessment pilot. Sounds really exciting, and actually it is exciting because I'm really glad that our faculty and administrators are looking to move forward with a pilot of a new program in the middle of all of this. We recognize that, it might be counterintuitive when we're kind of balancing so many things right now, but we can't really sit and be stagnant. We have to continue to move forward. started this conversation last year before we had to close the building. One of the things that we hear is that we really need to look at an assessment system that allows our teachers to gather data on students in math and reading. That really, over the course of a school year, kind of shows student comprehension and growth in both of those areas. A lot of times we talk about our response to intervention process, especially in elementary schools. When we have conversations about our tier 1 and tier 2 interventions with kids and how we, kind of target those needs, those academic needs of our students. And one of the areas that we really need to address is these kind of assessments that are moments in time over the course. So we partnered with Renaissance Learning, who runs the STAR assessment. They're doing a 90-day pilot with us. And so on November 3rd in the morning, which was a full virtual day for our kids, it was a half-day parent conference day, our 2nd through 5th grade teachers gathered with a trainer from Renaissance who taught them how to use the STAR assessment system in both reading and math. The reason it was only 2nd through 5th grade is because we are still backlogged with getting our Chromebooks for our kindergarten and 1st graders. Even though we ordered them in April, in August we were 3,000 units ahead of us. By October, it was like 2,500 units. So we're still over 1,000 units ahead of us. So we will bring kindergarten and 1st grade into this conversation once we have that. This is a computer-based assessment that's given to students all at one time, which is really scaling systems that we've had in the past. Teachers have to individually sit with students and assess them while class is going on. So this is a much more appealing option. It also is a computer adaptive assessment. So what that means is as the students take the test, and most of the assessments are about 32 questions long, the questions change based on the student response. So the teachers are able to get a more accurate assessment of the skills based on that, because it either becomes, the questions become a little bit more difficult or a little bit easier. It gives a more accurate read of the level of the students. And the teachers will be able to get this test as many times as they want. We have a 2-week period, so actually on Wednesday of this week, our teachers will be reconvening in grading room, so our 2nd and 3rd grade teachers and our 4th and 5th grade teachers will be together being trained not how to use the system, but now how to interpret the data. So they're going to sit down together as colleagues. They're going to look at the assessment results that they got for their students. They're going to work with trainers from Renaissance Learning. They're going to go over the reports. Going in the back end of the system and looking at the reports that are available, it really is a very robust system. There's a lot there that teachers are going to be able to pull from to get that information. So we haven't made any commitments yet. Like I said, this is a pilot we gave to us for 90 days. Once the teachers have gone all through this, we're going to reconvene with them and have conversations about the pros and cons, and then make some decisions about moving forward. It is an important piece of information that will help us to understand those classroom interventions, which are those tier 1 interventions, and then those tier 2 interventions, which need things like academic intervention services outside of the classroom. So I'm happy to answer any questions on it. I just want to give a little bit more specific information that I don't have inside of the project.
Is this something that the state has done more than just like a sample?
So this is really outside of the state education department. It certainly helps when it comes to when we think about the things they look at on our school report card, and we think about the state assessments and what they measure. It does kind of go hand in hand with those very similar skills, but this is really outside of the form of the environment.
Any questions?
Okay. So I think we're going to have to share it before I'll give it back to you in a second. One of the questions is, oh, you got one. Thank you. So one question is just, if you were to estimate how much time the kids in these elementary grades would be involved in testing over the course of a year, how much additional standardized testing are we adding potentially for this?
So it's really about, what did they say, like about 30, 40-minute tests? Yeah, 3 times a year. So we would be matching it up really to the trimester, just like we do with our records for our reader workshop. Certainly, like I said, the teachers can give it as many times as they want, it can also be like individual students, it's not like they have to give it to the whole class every single time, so they can do kind of targeted assessment if they need to, but it would really be talking about 3 individual moments in time.
And so you said this is basically your literacy, so you're reading and writing?
It's reading, it's reading now.
Oh, just reading and math. And so these are going to be potentially for probably multiple choice type
Yes, they're
questions.
multiple choice.
All right. So I'm just wondering how we're going to also think about pairing that with some more authentic kinds of assessments that really help us look at the lifelong practices that the next gen standards are really pushing us for. I always have a little bit of discomfort when I see more standardized testing added in. Even if it looks like really robust data, it also changes the nature sometimes of the curriculum and what teachers are teaching and what kids are interpreting, as you know, about the purpose of reading. So I would hate for kids to be feeling like we're getting more, and that's potentially 3 more lessons a year in addition to the state tests, in addition to practice tests. I'm leery of that kind of artificiality that seems to sometimes drive literacy and math instruction.
So, again, this is really just an information system. There's no curriculum that goes along with it. There's nothing like that. We still have our readers and writers workshop. We still have our writing records that we still have our conferencing that we're doing through the readers and writers workshop. The goal of this really is just that moment in time. And again, one of the places, especially that we feel like the stuff is in the math area, I think less so in the reading and writing area. We added the read piece on there just because they were included as part of the pilot. We wanted to test out but the main goal of this has been for math assessment, so that when we have these conversations about how we support kids with math at our elementary level, we're really kind of flying the line in some areas right now because we're basing it on the module assessments that we do, but we don't necessarily have that very standardized approach for all kids in grades K to 5. So we're not really going to be necessarily using this as an assessment of our reading and writing. We have our teacher college reading and writing project that we're sticking with. This really, like I said, was just for the math assessment piece. But no one's going to be using this as anything to talk about with kids, teach kids test or anything like that. It's really just information.
Right.
With a math focus.
Yeah.
Really with math.
All right, so that's helpful that you're looking at more specific for math. Would you be able to adopt it if you wanted just for math?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess what I meant more with the curriculum is the de facto way that sometimes these things drive curriculum, where the teachers are seeing the tests and we're starting to see, all right, this is a multiple choice test. How would you pick your best answer? It becomes less real world oriented and more test oriented in the kids' minds. And then just the other question is, do we know are there local districts that are using this that you've talked to?
There are.
And what are
There are two programs that are used pretty much kind of collectively. iRead is one, which is really, really expensive. And also there's kind of mixed reviews on it. And yeah, I think that comes territory in the middle pretty. I don't know off the top of my head which local districts are using it. But STAR and iRead are the 2 programs. We've talked about potentially looking at iRead as well as exploring that. Again, we're trying also not to pile on too many pilots and pile on too many new initiatives. And we're just trying to kind of get to a resolution that we can say, no one's going to do this, or yes, we do. So I mean, these are the 2 big programs.
Yeah, I think I would just, before it's adopted, because if it's going to have a dominant role in kind of assessment, I would want to have some talking to teachers who have used it and possibly even parents from those districts just to see what have you noticed and what's useful about it, what are the limitations.
Yeah, so our representatives came on and once we get through this 2 process where the teachers administer it, they go through and evaluate the data, then we're going to set up opportunities to chat with other school districts who are talking about it. I'm not sure what districts you can be looking us up with. Like I said, we're going to gather together and have a conversation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Love.
I just have one other thing I wanted to mention, so one of the other hats I wear is I'm the president-elect of my state, which is the New York State Association of Teacher Educators, and Gerald Scalado from our district is going to be leading a statewide professional development for teacher educators on Thursday. I reached out to her because I think of no one better that could help prepare and work with some of the teacher educators across the state, some of the college folks who are preparing the next generation of teachers, to help them think about the challenges of virtual school and the challenges of, and some of the tech tools that they need to start using. So I just wanted to share that with the rest of the board that one of our very own is doing some really, really important work statewide Thursday.
Thank you. Further? And motion to adjourn. Motion from John, second from Tom, all in favor? Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Safe drive home and stay safe. Thank you. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.